Hello friends, my name is Forum Patel. I welcome you all to the next session of the interpretation of the statutes. Now, in the previous sessions, we discussed about the meaning of the interpretation, construction, difference between them, the operation, commencement and repeal of the statutes, along with the primary rules and one of the secondary rules of the interpretations. Now, moving on with the other two rules of the interpretations, I would like to start with the Noceter a Saucis rule as the linguistic or the secondary rules of the interpretation. Now, Noceter a Saucis. To understand the meaning of this Latin word, we must break the word and understand the meaning. This whole term, Noceter a Saucis, is been created by two different words. One is nocer, second is saucis. Nocer means knowing from and saucer means association. That means, my friend, that the term Noceter a Saucis would jointly mean knowing from the association. As you can see on the screen, the Noceter a Saucis is where the words of an act take their meaning from the words in the same section or the company. That is where you would mean the Noceter a Saucis. That means, my friends, that when you have a doubt while you are interpreting a statutes about the linguistic methods, then if the doubt is there in one meaning, then you must associate that word meaning or that word or rather that term with any other term which is there in the sentence or in the company of that word. If you are taking help of the other words which is there in the company or in the sentence and then you are interpreting the same term in the rightful way, then that interpretation method would be known as the Noceter a Saucis as the secondary or the linguistic interpretation rules. This also would mean that the words having similar meaning are put together and they are to be understood in their collective way. You will not be able to understand the words in its own selective individual way. You need to collect or you need to associate different words or different terms when you are interpreting. According to Maxwell, one of the very finest jurists of his times, he is stating that this term or rather this word or this rule of the interpretation would mean that independently no words can be understood in its own correct manner. But when you are trying to collect or rather bring together two different words which are there in the same line, same sentence, then you are trying to understand that these words are taking each other's colors. That means that they take as it were their color from each other. That is the more general is restricted to a sense of the analogous to a less general. That means, my friends, that you need to take help of the other words that has been used in that particular sentence or in that particular statute to get or to interpret the correct meaning of the ambiguous term. Now, when you are understanding Noceter a Saucis, this doctrine is broader than the ejus dem generis doctrine because this rule puts the words in context of the whole phrase and not just in relation to the nearby words. Wherein, as we discussed in the last video, the ejus dem generis would definitely take help of the next word that has been used or only the word that has been used nearby. But this Noceter a Saucis asks us to take the help of the whole section or rather the whole sentence or whole phrase. They are not putting a narrower application or rather a narrower restrictions to the interpretations. In the Muir versus Kay, the defendant claimed that his cafe did not need a license because he did not provide entertainment. The court held that the entertainment does not have to be musical but reception and accommodation of the people. And so the person was asked to take the license for his cafe. He denied the same thing, stating that the word entertainment does not cover the cafeteria area. But the court, while applying the linguistic rule of the Noceter a Saucis, interpreted it that you have to take a wider sense. You understand the whole sentence. You take help of the other words that has been used in the statute. And then you interpret the same thing. And so he was asked to take the license. So that would create a question in the mind that whether the judiciary or whether the judges or whether the courts should always take the help or should always make this rule applicable when there is any ambiguity in the linguistic manner. Then the answer to that is that the no-sitter resources can only be used as the rule of the construction, and it cannot be used when the words meanings are clear, even when you are taking the help of the other words or whether you are not taking the help. It can only be used when the intention of the legislation is in using the words with wider sense along with the words that has been used in the narrower sense, takes each other's help and completes the whole intention. That means, my friends, that you need one wider sense and you need one narrower sense. You have to you have to combine them both, and if you are able to get the correct meaning by that combination, then only usage of this no-sitter resources interpreting rule becomes important and vital. But my friends, do keep in mind one thing, that if the two words are not of the same analog, then this rule must not be made applicable. Friends, now comes the third and the last rule of the secondary rules of the interpretation. That is the redendo singula singulis rule. Now, this rule is applicable when the list of the word has a modifying phrase at the end. The phrase refers only to the last word and not to the whole sentence. So, the interpretation must be done accordingly. For an example, firemen, policemen and doctors in a hospital. Now here, in a hospital, only applies to the doctors and of course not to the firemen and policemen. So this rule is quite clear and simpler in its own implications. In the Koteshwar Vittal Kamath case, in the construction, it was stated by the court that the construction of the proviso of Article 304 of the Constitution, which reads that provided that no bill or amendment for the purpose of the clause B shall be introduced or moved in the legislation of a state without the previous sanction of the President. Now the interpretation in this way, or rather in this case, becomes very necessary. So the court took help of the redendo singula singulis rule as the secondary or linguistic rules, and the court stated that the word introduced applies to the bill and moved to the amendment. The word introduced does not apply to the amendments and the word moved does not apply to the bills. It is quite obvious. So you need to see the relevance of the words that are being used in the sentences. You cannot take the help of the interpretation. So friends, if you have seen all these videos, you'll be able to understand that not all the rules are the same, of course, in nature. The court can never adopt one rule to interpret the whole case or to interpret the whole statute. The court needs to adopt different methods. The court needs to have different tools while they are dealing with different issues to come up with the best judgment, or rather to come up with a just order that they could provide. So friends, these tools would be handy for the law interpreters to and it would help them to understand the law and to provide justice in a very fair manner. It must be kept in mind that the lawmakers are different than the law providers. So the difference between those two, or rather the working of those two, should not be clubbed in one way, and that is where this rule would become very helpful. That is where the interpretation of the statutes as the subject would be justified in its own meaning. Now, coming to the end of the whole interpretation of the statutes rules, I would like to state that hope you understood the rules and understand the meaning of the interpretation. Friends, do keep in mind that these rules are not only for the interpretation. Some rules are there which takes the help of the construction meaning also. To understand the word construction, please go to the first video of the interpretation of the statutes. These are certain reference books that I have used while making the whole PPT, or rather as my reference. So you can also take the help of these books and these websites, which are very helpful, of course, to understand the subject at large. Till then, I'll come up with the next video. Till then, keep learning. Take care. Bye.